When did your friends realize you weren't the loser anymore? When they showed up at what they thought was my fast food job and discovered I owned the entire restaurant chain. My college friends always treated me like their charity project. While they partied and hooked up, I worked double shifts at McDonald's to pay for school. They'd drive through my location just to embarrass me in front of customers. "Can we get fries with that failure?" Felix would yell through the speaker while his date laughed in the passenger seat. Haley would bring her entire sorority during rush hour. "This is my friend who's gonna flip burgers forever," she'd announce, making them all giggle while I handed over their order with grease-stained fingers. Even after graduation, nothing changed. They landed cushy office jobs through family connections, while I kept working fast food, supposedly figuring things out. They'd invite me to expensive restaurants, then awkwardly offer to pay when I ordered the cheapest item on the menu. "It's okay, we know you're struggling," Griffin would whisper, sliding cash across the table like I was some kind of charity case. What they didn't know was that I'd been studying the restaurant business obsessively during every shift. I watched operations, learned supplier relationships, analyzed customer patterns. I saved every penny and started buying struggling franchises, one location at a time. The turnaround was my specialty. I'd rebrand failing restaurants, streamline operations, and flip them within 2 years. By our 5-year reunion, I owned 47 locations across 3 states, but my friends still thought I was the same loser, asking, "Would you like to make that a combo?" Last month, Felix called with exciting news about his startup. "Dude, my company just got funding. Let's celebrate at that new place downtown, Velocity Burgers. I heard they're expanding like crazy across the country." I almost choked on my coffee. Velocity Burgers was my flagship brand. "Actually, why don't you guys meet me there Saturday around 7? I'll be there handling some business." They assumed I meant working a shift. Saturday night, they walked into my busiest location, our Times Square flagship restaurant. I was already in the dining area reviewing operations when I spotted them approaching the counter, looking completely out of place. "We're looking for our friend," Felix told the young cashier nervously. "He works here? Probably somewhere in the back kitchen." I walked over wearing a custom suit, with my district managers following behind. Before the confused cashier could respond, the entire staff straightened up when they saw me. "Good evening, Mr. Santos," the shift manager said loudly. "Weekly reports are ready for review." My friends slowly turned around, faces shifting from confusion to shock. "Tim?" Haley stammered. "What are you doing here?" "Working, just like you thought." Felix looked around, then back at me. "You work here? I own this place. Actually, I own 47 of these locations." Complete silence. Griffin found his voice first. "You own this whole restaurant?" "The whole chain. Started with one failing franchise. Now we're the fastest growing burger concept on the East Coast." Even the customers in line were whispering my name like they recognized me from the news. My friends watched like they were seeing me for the first time. Griffin tried to recover. "Tim, this is amazing. We always knew you were smart." I looked at him carefully. "You mean when you drive through my McDonald's to mock me?" Felix jumped in desperately. "We were just joking. We always believed in you." "Really?" Because I remember Haley telling her sorority I'd flip burgers forever. Haley's face turned red. I was young and stupid. The restaurant was packed with Saturday night customers, and several tables were now watching our conversation. "Look," I said, "I appreciate you guys coming by, but I have a business to run. There's a 2-hour wait for tables, but I can get you seated in about 20 minutes. We don't need special treatment," Felix said quickly. "Of course not. You're regular customers now." I gestured to the hostess. "These folks will be dining with us tonight. Please seat them when the next table opens up." As I walked back toward my office, I heard Haley whisper to the group, "Did we just get put on a waiting list by someone we used to pity?" From my office window, I watched them sit in the lobby for 2 hours, surrounded by the success they'd spent years telling me I'd never achieve. Sometimes the best revenge is building the empire they said you'd never deserve.